Magic fascinates us from an early age. We ask ourselves, how did that guy pull a nickel from behind someone's ear? How did he know what card I pulled? And where on earth did that rabbit come from? Well, now we may finally get some answers. Joshua Jay has been a magician all of his life. He even won one of the biggest prizes in magic at the tender age of 16. And now he has written a book giving up, well, not all, but some of his secrets. It is called Magic, the Complete Course in Becoming a Magician. And Joshua joined us live now to talk about the book. Hey, Joshua, pleased to have you with us.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks.
Well, I know that your book, it contains a lot of stuff. One thing it doesn't contain is how to pull a rabbit from a hat. You object to that trick, right?
Yeah, we talk in my book about this was a trick that meant a great deal when it was invented, when a rabbit would feed a family of four, when top hats were very common. Not so much anymore. I'm not wearing my top hat
exactly
today. Yeah,
top trend anymore.
What happened to top hats, you know?
I don't know.
But yeah, so top hats have gone by the wayside, and I think that trick ready to be retired.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell us, well, you have some tricks here, I know.
I do.
Perhaps you can show us a couple and tell us why you like these, why these do sort of have emotional resonance with audiences.
And that's just it. That's the real thrust of my book, is that it has to have justification. It has to have a reason for being. Take, for example, there's a whole chapter in my book on impromptu magic that uses simple objects like these rubber bands. Take a look.
Thank you.
Examine them, make sure they're real rubber bands.
Okay, yes.
Oh, that's very good. You've been an assistant before, I think. She's going like this. That's
my
very
Vanna
good.
White moment, yes.
All right, let's try this. Pinch your fingers together like this. Pinch the rubber band. That's good. Just make your fingers like that. That's good. And I'm going to hook you in here. That's perfect.
Okay.
Now, you say why I like certain tricks. I like themes. So the theme of this is simple. It's solid through solid. You've got the rubber band there, and clearly this rubber band is between you and your rubber band, right?
Right.
No matter how I would pull up or down, it's still on your side, right? And you can
Yes.
tell because, of course, it's being given tension there.
Right.
Watch carefully.
Okay.
Melts right through your band. Goes right through. Now that's just an example of solid through solid.
That's utterly mysterious. Now that's got to be sleight of hand.
It is sleight of hand, that's right. I'll let you take this. Thanks very much. She can hold it there a little longer if you like. And yeah, that's good. It's good. So this is an example of a trick. It's solid through solid. It's a simple
Right.
rubber band, but
Okay. And rubber bands, of course, everyday object.
everyday
Easy
objects,
to come
and
by.
pretty much everything in Magic: The Complete Course uses everyday objects: pens, post-it notes, rubber bands, borrowed books, things of that nature.
Well, you have some cards with you.
I do.
Card tricks seem to, like, even if they are sleight of hand, they seem that they will be complicated. These tricks in your book, how long would they take for a regular person with no exposure to magic to pick up?
That's right, and the book assumes no prior knowledge. So you know, anybody who's ever had a love of magic, or if you have some experience, maybe you don't have any experience, it's not so much about the technical elements. It's not so much about how long it will take to learn a particular sleight or something like that. It's much more about the presentation, the whole package.
Ah, being a showman.
That's right. So I would say that many of these tricks are possible the first time you read them. But magic is an art form, and it does require some practice, of course.
I've seen in your book there are some sections where it's like how to stretch your fingers
That's
so that
right.
you'll be more sort of dexterous.
That's right. There are warm-up exercises. You want to try one?
Sure.
It's really fun. Go like this.
Okay.
Wig your fingers.
Yes.
Put your pinkies up.
Okay.
Cross one hand over the other.
Yes.
And grab your hands together.
Yes.
Now don't let go. Keep
Okay.
them tight. Now here's the warm-up exercise. First we'll wiggle our pinkies. Warm those up. That's good. Now we'll wiggle our thumbs.
Okay.
Now just wiggle your right thumb. This is just like a little bit of dexterity. That's this one.
That's the left one.
Yeah, that's, that's
Apparently
all
I
right.
don't know my left from my right.
That's all right. That's all right. It's here we go. Wiggle your pinkies. All right. Now grip your hands tight.
Yes.
This is the big warm-up exercise. Here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Do that. I don't know about your future in magic. I would stick to broadcast.
Hopeless. Hopeless. Don't give up the day job.
That's right.
Okay. Now,
All right, let's try.
Where's your card trick?
Let's try a bit with a deck of cards. We'll start as most card tricks start, and that's again this justification you're talking about to make it relevant.
Okay.
I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you a card to pick.
so good sort of audience
That's right.
interaction.
You're hooked. You can't
Okay.
walk away because you've got the card now.
May I
So
look at
show
the
it to the
card?
folks at home.
Okay.
That's right.
Here is said card. Obviously, I won't say what it is out loud.
All right. It goes back in the pack.
Okay.
Those who didn't get a good view, there it is. Here we go. I'm going to have you find your own card. This is going to be fantastic. All you have to do is touch a card, and that card will become yours.
Really?
Just touch any one. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh,
This one right
that
here?
one. Yes,
You're drawn to
please.
that card.
I am drawn to that card.
Nemwa, not only have you found your card, you've changed it into the 5 of diamonds. High five. Not so good, right? Don't take your. I said it would change into your card. I didn't say it would become your card.
Ah, okay.
So watch carefully. Watch the
Yes,
5.
okay.
Don't take your eyes off it as it melts into the King of Spades. Watch the King of Spades melt into your card, the 3.
Okay, that happened
of
right before
clubs.
my eyes, and I still have no idea how you did it.
And that's the beauty of close-up magic. I mean, this book isn't about sawing people in half and big things. This is about close-up magic and that kind of thing, that your reaction, which is great. It's what I
Absolutely.
love.
That was incredibly strange. I'm also curious because I thought magicians and illusionists were not supposed to reveal their secrets.
It's
and
true.
in this book, we learn how to do all of these things.
You trying to make me angry here? No.
I have to
You know,
ask the question.
It's true. It's true. But it all boils down to one thing, and that's
Yes.
effort. Because if you're watching TV and the masked magician in tights and a mask is exposing tricks, he's handing them to you. These people didn't ask for those secrets. They have no interest in magic. On the other hand, if you go check out my book from a library or get it at a bookstore, you're showing effort. You're showing the time that it takes, 7, 8 minutes, 7, 8
Right.
pages, 30 minutes. Some of these tricks take weeks and months of practice. And
so
if
it's
you
like
show,
taking a full course
that's
in
right.
magic.
At some point, there's this crossover between learning and wanting to be a magician and just wanting to know how stuff is done. And in my
Right.
opinion, if you check out Magic the Complete Course, you're going to be investing your time and your energies into putting these tricks together. And all of a sudden, it's not exposure. You're part of the art form, and I'm happy to share some of the world's greatest magic tricks with
Can you expose for us what's in the little box?
Inside this little box is a little gift for you, Namwa. And I can't show it to you
I'm
just yet.
slightly afraid.
I can't show it to you just yet because actually that's the big ending for this one. But I can do this for you.
Okay.
Reach in and take out a card, any card you like. You don't happen to have a
Certainly.
pen on you, do you?
I did not bring a pen, which
All
makes me
right.
a very bad journalist.
Well, then we'll take your word for it. Look at the card. There's no,
Okay, I'm looking at the card.
yeah?
Examined it closely.
Pen?
Shall I?
Yeah, show the pen over there. Show the
the-
card to the
okay.
audience.
There is our lovely card. Wait, can you see it on the monitor?
I can. I'm getting the impression of a black card. It doesn't matter. Yes, that's great. That's great.
Somebody's
Thank you
gonna bring us
very
a pen.
much.
Okay,
Lovely.
excellent.
Throw it on in. Thank you very much. Write your name on the card if you
Okay.
could, Namwa. You
On
can
the-
wait on the front. Yeah, it's okay
Okay.
if I see it. Doesn't matter
Okay.
at all. Just
Not a
sign
secret
your name
card.
as big as you can. Your initials, what have you.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
There we go.
All right. Now, I can't tell you how this is done, you asked, but I can do the next best thing. I can tell you when I'm going to do the magic.
Okay.
All right. So, you're going to see the sleight of hand. This is what it looks like. That's the sleight of hand. Starts somewhere in the middle, comes all the way to the top with her name on it. It's got her signature. This way you know there's not any extra cards in play. We'll try it again. Somewhere in the middle, comes all the way up to the top.
And you're not going to tell us how it's done because you want people to put in the effort to do the
That's
research to
right.
read your book.
And there's another thing too. I find that most people actually don't want to know. They want to know on the surface, but you know what? They like that sense of mystery.
Absolutely.
And-
It's
and that's great.
wonderful. And I guess that's what magic is. I
That's
mean,
absolutely right.
In real life, you can't, we're in a tough economy right now, for example, you can't just magic money to appear from behind
Well, some of
somebody's
us
ear.
can.
Well, you might be able to. And that's wonderful.
That's great. So
I mean, that is a classic.
It
Do you
is
think
a
you might want
classic.
to do that before you leave?
yeah. We'll fix the stock market here right before we go. But first, watch your card. I want you to see it goes in the middle of the deck. Now, like I said, I can't tell you how, but I can tell you when it comes back up to the top. Now think
Can
about
anybody
this.
figure that out?
You've signed your
can't.
name on this card, so you know there's no way to mistake it for another card. But watch the card. I'm bending it now. This way you can follow it from the top, face up, and face down. So whether it's in the middle or near the bottom, watch the card and the bend come up to the top, still with your name. But believe it or not, Namwa, this has nothing to do with the trick. Because you asked me about the little box.
I did. We're almost out of time.
With two
so
fingers,
I'll ask
lift
you
the box.
If you could.
Lift the box. What do you see
kindly-
inside there?
Oh my
Show it to 'em.
goodness. Do we see a torn up card?
Not even torn up, just folded up. Just one. And that card has got your name on it.
That's the card I signed.
There you go.
Joshua, that is absolutely unbelievable. We'll just show that to everybody. Boop. So you can get apparently my sleight of hand isn't very good, so you can get a nice clear look at that. Joshua, you have been marvelous.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Should we
you
fix the
very
economy
much.
here in 3
Yeah,
seconds?
In 3 seconds or less, yes.
Here we go. We're fixing the economy. Watch the dollar bills. Doing this all over the world for everybody. 1, 2, 3. Fixing
so
the
much
economy.
better.
And that's for you.
$100 out of $1 bills. Can I
Thanks
take that
very
home with
much.
me?
Yeah, sure you can.
Thanks,
Thank
Joshua.
you.
Appreciate it.